Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Daily English Voices. I'm Mia, and I'm thrilled you're here. This episode is crafted for upper intermediate learners, for those of you who can already hold a conversation but want to unlock the next level of fluency, independence, and confidence. Today we're going to challenge a popular belief that quietly limits many learners, the idea that fluency is impossible without a daily speaking partner. At first glance, that belief sounds reasonable. Language is communication, so surely we need another human on the other side, right? But that assumption is misleading. It has discouraged countless students, kept them waiting for the perfect partner, and slowed their growth. Here's the truth: you do not need a speaking partner every single day to become fluent. With the right strategies, you can train your speaking skills on your own consistently, effectively, and even more efficiently than in many group settings. When you take the lead, you control the pace, choose the topics that matter to you, and focus on your real weak points instead of following someone else's schedule. Before we get practical, let's examine why traditional methods often disappoint independent learners. Maybe you've sat in a class with 20 students, each person speaking for 30 seconds at a time while the clock disappears. Perhaps you've had a friendly partner who never corrected you, so your mistakes went unchallenged. Or maybe you've relied on rare online chats, nice for a moment, but not frequent enough to create long-term change. Fluency, like any complex skill, is built through regular, repeated practice. Occasional conversations feel good, but they rarely provide the daily repetition your brain needs to turn vocabulary and structures into automatic speech. So what is the alternative? Self-directed practice. Self-directed means you become your own coach. You set the aim for each session, you select the material, and you hold yourself accountable. If that sounds lonely, think again. It's actually liberating. You stop waiting for other people's calendars to match yours, and you create a daily system that runs no matter what else is happening in your life. One of the most powerful tools in self-directed practice is the inner conversation method. Despite the name, this is not silent thinking. It is speaking out loud to transform thoughts into language. You take the sentences that are already forming in your mind and give them a voice. By doing so, you build the direct pathway from idea to speech, the exact pathway you need in real conversations. There are several ways to use the inner conversation method. Narrate your actions. While making breakfast, don't move through the routine in silence. Turn the routine into language. I'm rinsing the spinach. I'll scramble the eggs next. The pan is hot, so I'll turn the heat down. Narration forces you to produce verbs, connectors, and sequencing words, exactly the tools that make speech fluid: first, then, after that, meanwhile, in the end. Over time, narration builds speed and natural rhythm because daily life provides endless content and repetition. Respond to content. When you watch a video or listen to a podcast, do more than absorb information. Talk back to it. Pretend the presenter has paused to ask your opinion. I agree with the general idea, but the data set seems limited, or, from my perspective, the solution depends on context. This turns passive input into active output and trains quick responses, one of the hardest skills to develop if you only practice once in a while. Stage self-dialogues. Play both roles in a conversation. Ask questions, interrupt politely, reformulate, and summarize just as people do in real life. You might explain a film to an imaginary friend or practice a workplace scenario. Could you clarify the deadline? Sure, the final draft is due on Thursday, but I'll send a preview tomorrow. When you perform both sides, you rehearse the full rhythm of interaction: openings, turn-taking, and closings without relying on anyone else. Now let's connect these ideas to technology. We live in an age where AI tools can simulate countless scenarios. If it's midnight and you suddenly want to practice at a cafe counter, you can. If you need to rehearse a job interview, you can. Chat-based AI can challenge your vocabulary, offer alternate phrases, and create new situations on demand. Even better, many tools adapt to you. They notice patterns in your mistakes and suggest targeted drills. That means you spend less time repeating what you already know and more time working on the structures that hold you back. Of course, methods and tools are only half of the story. The other half is structure, a simple daily blueprint that fits inside a busy life. You don't need 2 hours, you need consistency. Think in terms of short, focused sessions. A practical daily blueprint, about 15 to 20 minutes total. Morning, 5 to 7 minutes. Narrate your routine while getting ready. Keep it simple but continuous. Use sequencing language, first I. Next I. After that I, add small decisions. I could wear the blue shirt, but I might choose the gray one. Gradually add reasons. I'll take the bus because the traffic looks heavy. Midday, 5 to 7 minutes. Choose a short video or article. After you finish, speak for 1 minute about the main point. Then challenge yourself, say what the speaker didn't mention, compare with your experience, or propose a counterargument. Record this minute on your phone once or twice a week to track progress. Evening, 5 to 7 minutes. Run a self-dialogue. Pick a situation, ordering food, returning an item, explaining a delay at work, comforting a friend, and act it out. Use real conversational moves. To be honest, what I mean is, let me put it another way, from what I can tell, if that's the case, then. That's it. 3 mini sessions. On busy days, do just one. The key is to show up. Let's look at why this works so well. Fluency requires automaticity. That means your brain retrieves words and grammar without effort. Automaticity is built by frequent, low-stress production, not by rare, high-pressure moments. When you narrate your actions and talk back to videos, you create a huge number of low-pressure repetitions. Your mouth learns the rhythm of English, your ears hear your own pronunciation, your brain connects ideas and language directly. To keep improving, add deliberate challenges. For example, time pressure. Give yourself 30 seconds to summarize a news item. The countdown forces clarity and eliminates unnecessary words. Constraint games. Use 3 target phrases, e.g., as far as I know, it turns out, on the other hand, and repeat each twice during your self-dialogue. Constraints push you to integrate new language into speech. Paraphrase loops. Say a sentence 3 different ways. Start with something simple, the movie was exciting, and expand, it kept me on the edge of my seat. Then reframe, it had a gripping pace from beginning to end. Paraphrasing develops flexibility, which is what makes natural conversation feel easy. Micro-corrections. Choose 1 grammatical feature per week. Articles, third person, yes, past perfect, or conditional forms. Make that feature the star of your narration for several days. I should have left earlier, if I had known, would have. You'll notice improvement faster because your attention is focused. Many learners worry that practicing alone will reinforce mistakes. That's a valid concern, but it has a simple solution: feedback checkpoints. Once or twice a week, use an AI partner or a trusted teacher for a quick review. Paste a short transcript of your narration, or share a 1-minute recording, and ask for 3 concrete corrections plus 3 natural alternatives. Then recycle those corrections in your next self-dialogue. With this cycle, daily solo practice and periodic feedback, you get the best of both worlds, autonomy and accuracy. Let's address another fear: I'll run out of things to say. You won't. Daily life is an endless curriculum. Rotate through themes. Logistics, commutes, errands, meal prep, budgeting, scheduling. Workflows, meetings, email etiquette, decision-making, trade-offs. Social life, invitations, apologies, advice, compliments, boundaries. Personal growth, habits, learning strategies, books, fitness, mindfulness. Opinions, film reviews, tech trends, travel preferences, city planning. What ifs, hypothetical solutions at work, redesigning a process, improving your neighborhood. For each theme, keep a small set of high-value connectors handy. Upper intermediate speech becomes natural when you use phrases that organize thought. Framing, broadly speaking, the main point is, from a practical standpoint. Contrasting, that said, even so, on balance. Speculating, it might be that, chances are, if history is any guide. Softening, as far as I can tell, I could be mistaken, but, it seems to me that. Summarizing, so, to wrap up, in short, the takeaway is. Use these during narration and self-dialogues until they feel automatic. Once they're automatic, your ideas will flow more smoothly, and your listener will understand your logic more easily. We should also talk about pronunciation and rhythm. Even when you practice alone, you can tune your speech. Choose a minute of audio from a clear speaker, shadow it once or twice a week, and notice the stress patterns. English is stress-timed, content words carry weight, function words relax. As you narrate, exaggerate the stressed syllables a little. I'll make a quick snack before I leave. Don't obsess over perfect sounds, aim for clear rhythm and connected speech. That's what gives you the confident, natural flow you're after. Now, a word on motivation. Progress is visible when you track it. Keep a simple record. A weekly voice note, 60 to 90 seconds. A tiny list of the week's new phrases. A short reflection, what felt easier? What still blocks you? Every month, compare recordings. You'll hear smoother transitions, fewer pauses, and stronger control of grammar. That evidence is fuel. It keeps you going when life is busy. Let's add a quick 7-day rotation you can repeat and adapt. Day 1, routines plus sequencing. Narrate your morning and commute. Focus on first, next, then, finally. Day 2, opinion plus evidence. Respond to a short video. Make one claim, give 2 reasons, and add 1 example. Day 3, problem plus solution. Describe a small challenge at work or home, then propose 2 solutions with pros and cons. Day 4, storytelling. Tell a mini story from your week with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Include 1 feeling word. Day 5, paraphrase practice. Take 3 sentences from an article and restate each in 2 different ways. Day 6, self-dialogue scenario. Act out a situation, customer service, appointment booking, negotiation. Day 7, review plus recording. Record a 1-minute summary of your week in English. Ask an AI partner for 3 corrections and 3 native alternatives. Repeat, swap topics, and keep the cycle alive. Each week your brain will strengthen the same pathways while discovering new vocabulary and patterns. Some of you might say, but I enjoy real conversations. Great, keep them. This episode is not against partners, it's against dependence on partners. When a partner is available, wonderful. When they're not, your progress doesn't stop. Independent practice guarantees momentum. In fact, when you do speak with others, you'll perform better because you've been training every day on your own. Let's address a few common obstacles and quick fixes. Boredom, switch formats. If narration feels repetitive, do a rapid-fire paraphrase session or a timed summary game. Novelty refreshes motivation. Perfectionism, set a good enough target 1 minute of unedited speech. The goal is fluency first, polish second. Lack of time, build microsessions 30 seconds while waiting for water to boil, 1 minute during a walk, 2 minutes after a meeting. Small blocks add up. Fear of mistakes, use softeners while you practice. I might be wrong, but this trains you to keep talking even when uncertain, just like in real life. By now you can see the larger vision. Fluency isn't a switch, it's a structure. You build it brick by brick, a habit of speaking, a toolbox of connectors, a rhythm that carries your ideas forward, and a weekly loop of practice and feedback. Partners can help, classes can help, but the engine of progress is daily, self-directed speaking. That engine is always available to you. So let's return to our central question: do you truly need a partner to speak English every day? No. You can develop strong, confident fluency on your own. Use the inner conversation method to turn thoughts into speech. Narrate your daily life to create continuous, low-pressure repetition. Respond to content to sharpen opinions and quick reactions. Stage self-dialogues to rehearse real conversational moves. Leverage AI to generate targeted feedback and fresh scenarios. Track your progress so your motivation grows with your skills. Here is your challenge. When this episode ends, do not just nod and move on. Take 60 seconds and speak out loud right away. Summarize the key idea you're taking with you. If you disagree with something, say so and explain why. If you're inspired, outline your own blueprint for tomorrow: 1 minute of narration, 1 minute of response, 1 minute of self-dialogue. Start small. Start now. Consistency beats intensity. And remember, every sentence you speak strengthens the habit that will carry you to fluency. Thank you for spending this time with me on Daily English Voices. I'm Mia. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and keep believing that your daily voice, yes, your own voice, is the most powerful tool you have. Until next time, speak boldly and enjoy the journey.